All right, so sitting here with Jami Webb, we have got a beautiful location, nice backdrop for you. How you feeling? Got any news?
Feeling good. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's a pleasure.
Welcome to my city.
Yeah.
No news at the moment, but there is something in the pipeline. We're working on something.
Yeah.
Fight coming up. Hopefully a big one. Planning.
So I've been hearing rumors, though. I know nothing's confirmed yet, and things are still being in place. But you might be fighting Boyd Allen. Big fight for you. You 6 wins, 1 loss. He's 5 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. How do you feel about potentially matching up against him in the future?
Well, it is in the pipeline. We are planning. We planning to get that fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I used to actually watch Boyd Allen. I Boyd. I was actually rooting for you when you were taking part in the EFC, but then he joined boxing, and I was like, I need to fight this guy. Like I always put my money on Boyd when he fought in the EFC.
Yeah.
But now he's doing boxing, and I told myself I need to fight this guy now.
When did he potentially come on your radar? Like, did he need to have a few fights? Because you would have had more experience when he first started.
He didn't need to come on my radar. Like, he was Boyd Allen's household name. So when he joined boxing, I'm like, he's in my division. I can fight this guy. So
you had that vision already that you might match up in the future.
Anyone that's in the top 10, I have to fight him. It's not in the sport for money really, but I'm in the sport for legacy and wanting to be the best. So I need to fight everyone. If you say you're the best, then we must fight.
So, I mean, let's talk about your last fight as well. In Dombasi, got a split decision loss that day, but you probably feel that you won, I'm assuming?
Of course I won that fight. Can I ask anyone who watched the fight? I feel I won that fight. But we're not going to cry over it. We move forward and we move on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, and this is obviously, I'm assuming this is a much bigger opportunity.
It's a big opportunity, yes. Going to Boyd Allen's backyard, hopefully. So, yeah, it's a bigger fight, better money, bigger promotion. But I just want to fight anyone at the end of the day. And I'm glad I moved from that.
I remember doing a post-fight interview with you where you're saying you'd love to come up and fight outside of your province and, you know, really challenge yourself. Because you are in the sport for more than, as you said, just money. You want to actually, like, become a champion and you want to do something. Happy that it might happen.
Yes, I am happy. I'm always happy. I like challenges, so Boyd Allen, if we should fight, it should be a good challenge for me. To increase my game, make me increase my level of fighting.
Now, if the fight's to happen, what do you think happens in this fight?
I'm going there to win. It's no other number. I'm going there to win. That's it. I'm not going to make predictions or anything. I'm just there to win and compete.
Is there a situation where you might just train just a little bit harder for this one?
Well, like I said, if the level of opponent increases, then I have to increase my level. So I'm going to train harder, do everything better and harder.
And what sort of preparation, where would you be training for the fights?
Well, we keep the training the same. Just increase the tempo.
Yeah.
Just increase the tempo, everything. Because, I mean, the altitude is different in Joburg, so I'd have to train a bit harder. Do more stamina and fitness training. So, yeah, that's on the cards.
And looking at some of the other guys in the division, because I'm assuming that, like, when you prepare mentally for fights, you obviously want to win the fights and you want to look beyond. But have you had a look at the champion and what's going on in your division?
We put in a challenge for the champion, but I think Shavante Koopman is fighting him.
Yeah.
So get your job done, Shavante. Then you can get it on afterwards. I sent him a message on Instagram. I DM'd him. I said, listen here, just go do your job with the champion. When you're done with him, then you can get it on.
And how did he respond to that?
He said, okay.
So he's keen to have a fight. Do you think he'll win that fight?
Yes, I rate him. I actually rate him. He's a tough boy. I rate him, so I'm sure he should get the job done. Simon, don't write Simon Gladler off though. He's a hard puncher.
Yeah.
And he's like the sport, there's a puncher's chance. He has a puncher's chance, so don't write him off. But I rate Shavante Koopman.
When Rocknup had fought Simon, did you predict it going that way or not?
I didn't expect it to end that early though. Rock got him with a nice left hook, and that was that.
Yeah.
It was the end of it, but I didn't make much of that fight because I think it was for the youth title. It wasn't for the SA title, so I wasn't really interested. I can't take part in the youth title, but
yeah,
it was a good one. It's a good fight, good win for Rock.
And when you see the fighters, because your division predominantly is in Gauteng, and you got a couple of guys that are maybe not South African, but they're competing here in the Western Cape, was it the natural move for you to maybe say you have to fight that side and maybe give up some territory here?
What do you mean by that? Give up territory over here?
Like you knew that a fight, you would not be able to bring a Gauteng fighter to the Western Cape, for example.
I'm sure we're able to make it happen. Come on, Uncle Rodney. Make it happen. I mean, the boxing world is small. I mean, like Javante Davis, he fights in Las Vegas. Yeah. It's not his home, but he fights in that. It is his home, so why can't we have boxing everywhere? I mean, bring boxing to Cape Town as well. Big promoters bringing fights over here. Let's make the sport big. Why not bring them here? I mean, see how beautiful it is over here. I mean, look at this.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm not going to ask you to comment on the politics of the sport, but there's not a lot happening in terms of the boxing here. But you're right, there's a gap in the market, I'd say. Yes. You obviously want to fight here, I'm assuming. But you might not fight here next, but if you do in the future.
Yes, there's a gap in the market. I mean, South Africa's boxing is getting small. So, I mean, we all have to work together, network together, and make the sport great. We shouldn't be doing Western Cape versus Gauteng boxes. Like I said, Javante Davids, he fights in Vegas, but he's from New York. Like, make the sport big, man. Make the sport big. I mean, why can't this be Rocknup home ground or Javante? Maybe the people like him over here. So why can't I fight in Joburg? Or
yeah, precisely.
Make that my home crowd. I mean, there's people that side that support me. I mean, the Joburg boys like Abdul and Ishmael.
They're Joburg boys now.
The Joburg boys, they support me, and even what's the boy's name? There's lots of boys up in Joburg that support you, man. So why not bring a fight here to Cape Town?
I like how you say they're Joburg boys now.
They're Joburg boys. They're definitely.
All right. What's your message to put this move over the line? Do you have anything you'd like to say to Boyd Allen?
Let's get it on. Let's seal the deal, man. Like, let's give the people a good fight.
And you promise people a good fight?
Of course, I always come to fight. I'm always coming to fight. I'm always ready to fight.
You said to me off camera that every fight against Jami is a big fight.
Of course, every fight against me is a big fight.
So
I'm always the dark horse, and I always get the short end of the stick. So I'm always ready to fight. I'm always ready. If you get me in the street, I'm always ready to fight.
So would you promise to steal the show on the night?
I can't promise to steal the show. I can't promise to steal the show, but just now I'm coming ready. I'm always coming ready to entertain people.
All right, and just a last message for anyone out there. Thank you. A shout out for anybody.
Shout out to Advantage Marketing, Lifestyle Fitness. Shout out to Adib for always keeping me in shape, and shout out to the whole Riverside Boxing Club for always pushing me, and thank you to SA Boxing Talk.
Yeah.